nearly 100 Boy and Girl Scouts from parishes in western Massachusetts spent their annual retreat weekend getting in touch with nature and celebrating their faith at Camp Holy Cross in Goshen last weekend. Faith and family was the theme for this year's event. David Martin tells us more.
Boy and Girl Scouts from the Springfield Diocese were anxious to participate in fun activities with fellow Scouts while learning about religious education during the annual Scouting retreat at Camp Holy Cross in Goshen. The first full day began with a talk given by visiting priest Yerrick Mendez about this year's theme, Faith and Family. Father Yerrick told the Scouts that religious beliefs develop within the family first, with the parents passing their knowledge and love of God to their children. They in turn utilize that love for God to become a family within their church and spread it further through love for neighbor. Father Yerrick hopes Scouts will take the opportunity to further consider thoughts about faith and share them with their own families and scouting groups.
So that it becomes as natural to these Scouts as going out and setting up a tent or building a fire or tying a knot, that prayer and faith becomes just part of the daily fabric of their life, because as human beings, our spiritual side is a part of our daily life.
Scouts then divided up and traveled to various sections of the camp for different activities led by core group members. Path to God, for example, involves Scouts making their way through an obstacle course at the athletic field while answering questions about religion. The Scouts learned the importance of demonstrating their faith by rotating from activity to activity, learning the importance of working well with other Scouts. After a 30-minute period, Scouts were signaled to rotate to the next activity by a Scout leader striking a bell at the chapel. Father Eugene Plass, chaplain of Scouts for the Springfield Diocese, said he was excited to see how the rest of the day turned out and would be with the Scouts every step of the way.
I think they'll just get along very well, and that's important for them to have some glowing thing to remember and come back to, that they can come into a Scout retreat and even if they haven't been practicing their faith very much, they can get re-enlivened and pulled together.
One activity, titled Not About Bunnies, took place at the pavilion. In going along with this year's theme, Scouts conversed about the many holidays which they spend with family. The topic of discussion led to Holy Week and the important days that marked this Lenten period. Scouts were then asked to create origami butterflies. Corps member and Star Scout Isabella Ferraro said butterflies indicate new life and is an alternate symbol of the Easter holiday instead of the Easter bunny and colored eggs. The butterflies were then placed on a wreath shaped as a cross. Isabella liked the idea of Scouts rotating from activity to activity.
I think it's good. They mix up the groups so they're not necessarily with others from their troop, so they get a chance to meet new people and put themselves out there more. The rotations are good, so it's different variations of activities. Some are more sit down and kind of talk and reflect on our faith, while others are focused on physical activity and get them more pumped up and excited to learn more while still learning about the faith.
Throughout the retreat, Corps members also performed various skits with their fellow Scouts.
Praise the Lord! God, I need food!
It's just loads of fun. You get to hang out with them, play games, just camp out, just enjoy each other's company. Also learn more about your faith.
Christian Pierce, a Star Scout and Corps group member, said the skits encouraged Scouts to learn because they are more entertaining than in a school setting. He was looking forward to experiencing the other events taking place this weekend. For Reel to Reel, I'm David Martin.
Later in the day, the Scouts hiked into the woods where they ate lunch and prayed the rosary that evening in the chapel. And David tells us they are already planning next year's retreat for the last weekend of September. So Scouts, mark your calendars now.